In this video, I'm going to talk about the display function, which controls the LCD display on the outside of some equipment. It looked like this. It'll be on the outside of the box, and you can set up however many screens you want and what's on the screen and things of that nature. So the way I did this is I have the date and time, the analog input, and then the scaled input, which we set up on the scaled input or scaled operation. You can see that the analog input varies with my analog input, and the scaled input also varies with the analog input, but being scaled, in date and time. To set up these displays, you need to set a display application, display X series, or specific to your series. If your equipment doesn't have a display, then you obviously can't use this. You can set the number of display groups. I set it to 1, and each one of these display groups runs through sequentially, and then the next one goes. And so I made one display group with 3. The reason you have different display groups is you could have a display group that's for your pressures, then your date and times, and then your results from your logging day or something of that nature. You can separate it up into things that are relevant to each other. So I set up date and time, and the date and time register is that. That usually comes standard. Display interval, I lowered to 2 seconds so that it wouldn't spend too much time on the date and time. On the analog input, I used my analog register. Display interval of 5 and no units because it's a unitless value. But on this one I used this is the 10.668.0, which corresponds with the scale operation value register, as you can see on the tooltip. So on the scaled input, that should be should be output. I guess it should be output, as it is an output. But anyway, the display interval is, you could name this whatever you like. I could change that here, but turn the monitor off. The units are in milliamps, which you can arbitrarily set as anything. And so yeah, that's essentially the output or the display. And this could be date, time, and you could use any register, name it anything. So you could have your total flow or something of that nature displayed, or valve position, or current flow rate, anything. And you can change the update interval, and all of these other things are explained in the help if you want further information. But that's the basic idea behind the display. Okay.